Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Isles of Sea and Sky, mere moments after the end of the last recording. Because, like, I got the momentum right now, right? It feels good. I certainly do not want to stop at this time. Let's go get powered up. Give me something cool. Okay, so when we did this with the other one, that's what woke up the golems, right? Ah, okay. So all of those little spots have become fire elementals. And when we push them, they shoot fire at stuff. Oh, that's really interesting. Hey, here's a question. Can you chain their fireballs? Yes, you can. That's exciting. I don't know if that's what we want to do here, but it's definitely exciting. So, like, what do I do with this? How do we actually make use of this? This one over here, this one to our left can only be pushed left or right. Okay, you can make it shoot into the wall. But my point was I can't, there's nothing I can do to make it, like, fire upward. So it does seem like it's sort of dubious value. But, like, if I understand the rules of fire right, this just kills that box, right? Actually, no. Ah, but we can contribute a tremendous amount of heat to it and delete it in that way. Oh, they only have a couple of shots. Interesting. Yeah, you can see them decrease. Okay. Because I was wondering if I could press this guy like left and then down and then left to have him impact that one. And the answer is yeah, a little bit. Okay, so... And you will just shoot in the direction that you're currently facing. So if I move you over first, like, I can't get you to fire in a more useful column. Oh, when the box exploded next to it, it changed the direction. That's interesting, too. Okay. So there's some utility there. The box effectively pushes it away. Huh. Okay, so as far as getting this key goes, we can set this up. Okay, under no circumstances will they push an obsidian block. I gotta do my own dirty work. Okay. Easy enough. Let's step off screen so that gets saved. Come back in here. So we can totally get rid of that block over there to get the star, but it doesn't help us until we figure out how we are supposed to get the gong rung. Actually, here's a question. Does this ring the gong? Can you just fire over... Yes, okay, you can just fire over the, for some reason, otherwise impassable pedestals. But now that I've done that, Hold on, I don't want to use you in that way, I think. We want to clear this. Push you to the side. Because I need this over here to destroy the block. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I was right and that those spaces on the ground turned out to be more than just spaces on the ground. I don't exactly know what to do with it in all of these cases, but we figured something out, and that's nice. It's a fun change of pace. Will you go up onto... No, the pedestals do stop y'all from climbing. But they do not stop you from firing. Is that overkill? Yeah, maybe. That might not have been the most utility-full play. What do I do here? So this one can't actually be pushed except in this direction, which obviously has not a lot of compelling reasons to do it. I can push the other one to the right or the left, but I can't really use him to this one up here. I can't really use him to free the blocks at all. I could... Okay, no, I have an idea. If I push this block out here, it separates the brown block from his wrath. Okay, never mind. No, it doesn't. See, what I was thinking was, if I did that and it did save the brown block, I forgot that the top left obsidian block was getting pushed, then we'd be able to push the block over to the right one space, then with these gone, actually get up onto the stone pedestal there, get above this thing, push it down into this location, and in theory, that would do something. What is that something? I have no idea. I guess a thing we could do... Like, we could go like this. Because they fire 3 times, right? If he fires here, then the explosion that hits that top left one, I'm not sure how it'll be... Okay. It doesn't happen at all. Because there's room. So actually we get to preserve a block even. Which I think is really important. Let's get you away from the wall. And then, yeah, like... If we put this down here, then maybe we can detonate it somehow? How am I going to use this? This guy being right up against these rocks does complicate things pretty considerably. There's no way that, like, we couldn't just leave the block one space further north, push this guy up, and then push him left, because there's no version of the thing where we would have the time to get over there to take advantage of having done that. If we got him to fire left now, which we can't, but if we did... then that would, in theory, destroy this block and the block below it, leaving this one in place. I don't think that's actually helpful. What are you even for? Hmm... Yeah, once again, we couldn't use it to affect the situation to the left because obviously the block would explode long before we could get over to continue pushing it downward. And the thing is, I can push you into a position where your shot would do something, but in order to do that, I have to, spend all of your fire. What if I just shove him against the block? That doesn't do anything. You know, I was thinking he's a fire elemental. Why not? If we could preserve 2 blocks from this top situation here. Yep, that's what I was trying to do. Thank you. Okay, that works out exactly the same. I was thinking if I could have a block on the southern stone bit and the bit right above that, we can shoot that fairly easily. But unfortunately, I don't believe there's a way to do that. Figuring out what to do with this is going to involve this guy. But I don't see how. Well, all right. Let's come back to this one. What about stuff over here? What can we get out of this situation now? First of all, ring that. Let me start by running up here and doing the obvious one. Can you just be shoved off? You can. And interestingly, I kind of expected him to be like recharged by hitting the lava. But that is not what occurs. There's no way to get you down. But what I could do, first of all, is this, which is a pretty big deal. Then is there a way for me to and that first block didn't do anything. That didn't need to happen. I can do this and finally ring that gong. And that lets us explore up here. Oh. I guess I could have known that that's all that was, because we have been in this room before. That's fine. I was kind of hoping I was going to get to come around the back side of that green block, but... Alright, how much do I care about figuring out the star right now? Probably more than none. Yeah, I guess. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. I'll make a bridge up here so that I can do this thing again, because this gives me pretty open access to the area as a whole. You get pushed over there. You get pushed into here. And then what I'm wondering is, can I use this guy? Let's let that blow up to make this happen, even though he will be out of fire, because he will fall down and collide with the other dude. And the answer is no. And I cannot stand on him. So pushing that guy up accomplishes actually nothing. And what I need to do instead is build some kind of obsidian bridge that's going to let me get behind him, maybe? Let me reset the whole room. How feasible is that? Could I use these boxes? Can I get enough of them into good position to be able to... Okay, so the real question is, like, how do you get the one that would have to go directly behind him? Because the problem is I need to be able to push him to the right. I need to be able to push him to the left, right? Ideally, we want him to spend his 3 fireballs by me pushing him left, then up, then left. That way he could clear out... Well, actually, one push to the left doesn't... That's right. One push wouldn't necessarily destroy the blocks anyway. Well, that doesn't really make things any better, does it? Let me run over here and just see something really quickly. I need a test case. I need to be able to put a box in front of him and have him blow it up. But I can only get below him and to the left of him. I can't get any of these boxes into position to actually test that. Yeah, because that's what this is going to have to be, right? It's just destroying those 2 blocks. It's fine. We can worry about this one later. Where else do we want to go? We can't get down from the screen below us. Still don't have that ability yet. We still don't quite know what to do with a lot of this. Unnecessary. Some might say not even helpful. We have no fire elementals to work with on this screen. Actually, I guess I should come up here because we know there's a little bit of stuff we can do. I have to come at this from the other side. Then down to here, then over to here, then... There we go. All right, is there another place where we get... Okay, there's some meaningful fire elemental interactions over here. We don't get any help with any of this, but at this point, obviously the gems are a little bit less exciting. How am I going to get that star? We could stop and get this key and star. I don't know how much I value it. Did we ever go this way? Down right from here? No, we absolutely did not. I would have remembered this Power Rangers shit right here. Yeah, that's curious. Okay, here we go. Third red key. I would love to have a third red key. All right, this violence feels a little bit different from some of the previous violences. This guy here with the attack that is following us could maybe chill his entire deal out. So push this over there and then just bail. Okay. That part was easy enough, and it looks like we're probably not going to really have any difficulties with this part either. You have to say, this feels like maybe the, if not the easiest of all the combat challenges, it's certainly easier than the last one. Although, obviously now we have a problem. Yeah, now it's impossible. Is it impossible? It's impossible. But wait. Oh, hold on. This is, first of all, this one up here is the thing we have left to push. So already, actually, no, things are much more possible than I was saying there. For some reason, I was thinking it was the bottom middle face that was the one we still had to do. That is not accurate. Hold on. Before we go jumping in anything here. Are you proud of yourself? Do I need... I'm just going to push this in the hole. I don't think I need that block. For a second there, I was afraid it got stuck. Okay, this feels tremendously significant. Because we are now going to be able to access fire armor. Whatever that does. I am theorizing, of course, that it is going to give us extra steps on the lava, which is going to make some of these puzzles literally doable. Literally completable. What do I do with you? There must be something about... Well, no, the answer is I come at this from the top screen, right? That's what I do with you. I have to come at it from the path directly above the star. But before we go doing any of that noise... Is it... We can access it from here, right? Yeah. Pretty slick. 6 movements. That is so good. Does it let me walk through a big-ass fire? It does. I can quench that big fire at the cost of not that many points. Okay, so this immediately makes a ton of stuff way more doable, right? Also, out of curiosity, no. Still cannot walk in lava. Important to know. Yeah, but this is all of a sudden we're like in a new territory here. So how am I doing this? I mean, it's pretty much just blow up the brown box as ever, right? All right, hold on. I do have to stop off here for safety. Can't just run all the way across. So what is my plan for making that work? Because we're going to have to push. Let me see here. No, I'm not going to have time. I was trying to see if I could push this down into the lava space that is like 3 below us right now, but it's just not quite going to get there. Okay, and we can't quite make it through to the left as long as this block is in our way, so I guess we do have to sacrifice this on the altar of a great big fire, which is, you know, that's a pretty important altar, all things considered, given the situation we find ourselves in. It's a good one. It's a good one to worship and be attentive to. So if I push this down here, now we can just make the walk. And the question is, how are we going to... It looks like the space that this block is on is safe. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be okay to run through here. Do that. Run to here and do this. And then we just want to cause an explosion. Can't quite get there in time. But obviously, like, pressing this thing to the right also does not work. I think what I need to do is push it to safety here. And then start it on this side. Push, push. Get lethal here. That gives us time to get it underneath that thing. Except... Shit, I can't wait. I'm not allowed to just do nothing for a cycle. Which means that there's no way for us to do anything other than fucking die. Yeah, that actually really sucks. Okay. Maybe then the plan is... What would the plan be? What if we put this here? I move this across there. Aha! And then I can just walk back to this space for safety. And that's a star. $25 feels like a significant number, although I don't remember any 25-star gates. But, you know, the important point is we're getting there. We're getting it done. Slowly but surely. All right, now we can just walk through here. That's rad. Get access to screens we've never had access to before. So if I... Wait, where's the button for this is the button. No, this is a peg. Yeah, where's the button actually? Oh, it toggled. Right. That wasn't up before. So if I use you, do you just destroy? No, you do not, in fact, just get those for free. So right now, you're not really accomplishing much of anything. I didn't realize, I didn't look around enough to realize that there were some pegs I was putting down and some pegs I was putting up by operating that button. It seems worth it. Okay, so now that we've done this, I feel like I can press this over to here. First of all, let's just break some of those, right? Then, how do I want to do this? Pushing that out of the way. Let's see, push this out of the way. Lets me do that. Let's grab our star. I'm not entirely sure how to kill this guy. If he was destroyed, and we could get another one of these blocks over to the right here, we could use the fireballs from the fire elemental to ignite that block down in that corner and free that other star. All right, let's just really quickly go and tag these out. Try as many of those as possible, as quickly as possible. Weird, just loose star sitting on a beach. Not complaining, but it is weird. Okay, and then this just loops back around to itself. Well, I think that was worth doing. I am going to, for the moment, just move over to the left here. This has certainly yielded an awful lot. Wait, is that really? That is exactly 6 spaces. Okay, sorry, I can't. I have to start here. Okay. So now, do this to do that, which I bet was important somehow, although I don't see it currently. How am I going to set off these explosions? I think this gives me the most freedom. It gives me the largest number of extra boxes to work with. Because the thing is, if I put this to our right, and then I would need another block, wouldn't I? I was thinking put this one into the lava to our right, then bring these other 2 boxes over here and push them onto that and then onto these 2 things, allowing for 3 consecutive steps on a heat surface, then we could get an explosion that kills this guy. But unfortunately, because I would have to put a block in the space to my right now as well, so that I could push the block down from the space below, that would exactly spend all of our boxes just to kill the Kevin, and then we don't have anything left to detonate with the fire elemental. Because obviously we can reverse the state of the blue switch by just using the top fire elemental to destroy that box. Alright, is there a way to do this where I don't lose quite so many? Let's see here. 'Cause the problem is that I have to discard too many blocks with this strategy. If I could... It's going to be very hard to interact with this in any way without pressing that block directly above me upward. I can push everything into horizontal line with the bell, which I have not rung the gong to remove. But that actually doesn't help me move things around. Like, this is the most efficient way to do this, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't let us rescue the brown box, but also I don't think we want to. I don't think it helps us to do so. And yeah. I can sacrifice this box to get things across the lava. There isn't really any other way to save 3 blocks. I mean, yeah, this ends up looking pretty right. Is there a more efficient way to set up the exploding state? Keeping in mind that we can't fire any fire elementals into useful spots until we have dealt with it. Hey, do y'all notice in the top left there that statue overlooking us? That's weird, right? That all of these rocks are exactly the same except for that one space? That probably means something. Damned if I know what, but it probably means something. If we push 2 blocks into the 2 lava spaces immediately to the left of the thing that we're trying to destroy, we simply cannot have enough leftover materials to actually destroy the brown block at the bottom. If we spend 2 boxes setting up the heat, we had to sacrifice 2 more to kill the thing. That leaves us with nothing. And we can't afford to move our fire elementals to interact at all, because if we do that, then they won't have the positioning and fireballs remaining to solve the problem at the end. So how do I get, with only 3 blocks, how do I generate a pattern where I can produce the heat I need? This is actually very difficult. As it is just a star, part of me kind of wants to move on. But at this point, like, we have probably all the upgrades we're going to get from this island, right? I think it's reasonable to assume this is solvable now. And I know that I have said that very recently about some places where it turned out not to be true. So maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But this feels like one of those things where I kind of know what I'm talking about, you know? It's a weird thought for me, too. Yeah, it really is a shame there's no way to generate any extra heat over here. Like, this is the plan I was just talking about, but I guess I'm also kind of verifying that it actually works the way I think it will. Yep, that destroys that, and then, you know, we come over here and we have this guy delete the wood box, and then it's just a matter of having something standing down there to catch the flames, then explode to destroy the wood block down there. Alright. It's just a star, although it is getting to be one of the more important stars. So another one of those figures over there. And I mean, we certainly know how to get on the other side of this. Take that. Okay, these things are actually, in addition to being different colors, they are different art. Okay, so orange. That one, the one that is orange, is right here. It's a little tricky because you have to come back here to associate them with the colors. Okay, that's the blue one. Because the set of tiles that you can put them on is 5 by 5, and obviously, you know, we can tell what to do with that, right? All right, so right, I just put this here and then yeah. Cool. Useful. How do you get to that over there? We actually don't have any idea. I wonder if there will be a way to remove some of that lava at some point. So now I want to be like very careful as we walk around to try to observe the positions that these weird figures occur at. You know what I should do? I'm feeling a little silly for not having done it immediately. I'm going to go take a picture of that setup so that I can refer to the picture for coloring my flags. Okay, there we go. I guess we know it doesn't seem like there's another one over there, so this screen doesn't have one. This screen also doesn't have one. Okay, this screen has the one with the pretty flat looking head, which is the purple one, since we're still down here and everything. I appreciate them giving us all of these colored flags to work with. Okay, so we've definitely seen all of the rooms in that lower right quadrant. Just making sure I'm looking at every block, every place there can be a block. All right. This hot springs area does not seem to have one, even though it would be like behind the smoke or something would be a pretty good place to conceal it. Yeah, there's gotta be more abilities that are relevant on this island. Like, lava walking must be a thing that you can do eventually. I'm starting to have doubts about this strategy because I'm not really seeing any further statues. Is there a weird statue of a guy here? I mean, you know, apart from that one, besides the obvious. Maybe not all of them are present. It totally could be, right? All right, so we are able to just sort of take one here, take one for the team. Okay, handy. All right, you, the one that kind of looks like a, I don't know, I'm going to say a goblin face. That is the red one, according to this screenshot I took and have now tabbed out for. Oh, red is the first flag. As in video games, so in life. That's an interestingly large number of keys. Take that. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that before I stepped on it, but cool. Now we have that many. So what is the point of this? Appears to be just reasonless ability to move. And what is this? Oh, this is just right. Okay, can we solve this puzzle? Obviously, this is another, like, blow everything up puzzle. I don't quite know what to make of that. Like, obviously, it would be lovely to be able to push this box that's directly above us down in some way, but I don't think that is in the cards for it. It wouldn't seem like we would be able to get the other ones off of the wall either. So maybe it's less about that and more about getting one of the elementals pushed into the right location. Oh, well, that's no good. Hold on, I want to see something here. We do that. How far does it? Okay, it just pushes you one space. So we can't really use these as like significant repositioning tools. So how am I going to get either an elemental or a box over to the place where they can actually be used. All right, let me try something here. I'm gonna push you down. Have you destroy all these. Right. My hope had been, even though I knew it didn't work this way, that for some reason it would shove this guy to the left, because this fire elemental is actually not all that far away from being able to just get the hit, right? 1, 2, 3. I need one more point of movement, and then we need 2 more points of movement, basically. So I was looking for kind of a sneaky way to generate those, and unfortunately not really finding it. Okay, and I looked up here already. There is no statue friend. All right, well, we're going to get this statue puzzle if we can. I don't know for sure that we have all the information because we aren't able to see. Well, no, that's not true. We are able to see all of the screens of the island. So at a certain point, if there's one thing left that we haven't put out and one screen that we haven't been able to get onto, it's not exactly like rocket science to figure out what goes where. That's just free stuff, and free stuff is appreciated. Okay. We have some more interesting options on this one now. There are ways that we can move that we couldn't move before. But unfortunately, a lot of the core problems with destroying that dude up there still remain. There's just not enough blocks in total for us to do the kind of thing we almost certainly have to do. Oops, that's not what I want. But as far as getting this goes, it seems to me quite likely that something like this is the solution, where we're either pushing this down one. It probably is that, right? We just push this down one, shove you across to here. How do I want to orchestrate this? Do I want to do the same thing I did before and push it through from the top? Not really. Yeah, that doesn't work. So what I need is for it to take the third point of heat in this space. Which I don't know if we can do. I don't actually see a path where that is possible, where it's possible for that to be the third spot that it... Oh, no, I do. Okay. Let's go over to here. 1, 2, 3. Ah, damn it. That doesn't work for other reasons. Well, shit. I thought I was onto something there. What happens is I didn't really leave myself any room to do this. Hold on. I gotta rewind quite a bit. Yeah, what happens if this... Okay. It just evaporates. It does not, it doesn't explode in like a limited way that spreads heat to other things around it, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to... I can't bring the box down from the upper platform because of the purple. All right. I can't just go anywhere I want. The increased power is going to make me behave lazily, and that's going to become a problem. Okay, so I don't see... I'm choosing to refocus now that, you know, we thought we had it and it turned out we didn't have it. Now it feels like I've been everywhere. But we are still missing 2 statues, and that's not a way this can go. But there must be one that I missed. At least one that I missed. And I am going to be very upset about that until we find it. You got recorded. There are a lot of big stone things going on each of these screens. So that does create a certain, like, a certain difficulty here. They're trying to overload you. None of the statues look like this character in the murals at all. That's obviously supposed to be the big one. So thus far, we don't have anything marked down on the northeast quadrant of the island. It doesn't mean that there isn't anything. It doesn't mean that there's necessarily anything interesting to find up here, but it is weird, right? Hold on. I'm looking at this and thinking, hey, isn't this quite a lot easier to solve if you have 6 movement? I think the answer is yes. Okay, I still can't make the run directly. What I can do is reset myself, go here. All right. Right, this has problems beyond the step count. Yeah, so how would I, having refreshed myself on the mechanics of the puzzle slightly, how would I, like, I can't really avoid destroying the brown box, right? I think it's kind of a, well, I was going to say it's kind of a red herring. But I guess the point of it is to prevent the left bottom block from blowing up the left top block there, so as to make your passage really awkward and difficult. Okay. If I push you to here, you to there, which I couldn't do safely before. Okay, that doesn't change anything? No, I was kind of hoping, and I knew it wouldn't, but I was kind of hoping that that block below the hole would leap the hole and explode on the other side, destroying one of our few remaining progress blockers. Unfortunately, no such luck. I can't make the wooden block. I can't make it do anything, can I? It's actually in a very awkward location. It feels like no matter what goes on down here, it's just going to get destroyed, and I think it has to get destroyed. But how are you supposed to affect the blocks in the top right then? Alright, I don't quite have it. We're just going to keep moving. Closer, though. Closer and closer. Alright. So, we know this room does not have one of the statue characters. This room does not have one of the statue characters. This room has ample opportunity to have one, but does not have one. And then, unfortunately, our search gets a little discontinuous. There we go. You just have a problem, do yourself a little explosion about it. That'll make you feel better. Okay, this room definitely also doesn't have any. You are marked. You are marked. Okay, and that's the bottom. We have searched the entire first column now. Yep, we have you there. So if I'm doing just like a systematic cell by cell search here, this is the next one to do. I'm wondering if, like, you know, one of them is going to be particularly tricky. It's going to be like well hidden in some silly way. None of them look like birds, I'll say that. Wait, why did I do this way? Okay, feeling pretty confident that none of these are right. Nothing here is one of the statues we're looking for. Feeling pretty confident that this screen also does not have one. Unless... I don't know. I would not think that this guy is supposed to represent one. The big red dude. He really doesn't look like any of the figures, and we already have the red one from something else. So, we've seen this whole column, I think. Okay, I still can't access that down there. That's fine. Definitely no statues here. Definitely no statues here again. I don't think any of the statues look like the enemies. And I guess even if one did, there were 3 fighting rooms, right? Not just the one. So, all right. And our pattern recognition skills here do not require all of the statues to be seen. We just need all but one. We should be fine. Yep, trying to observe carefully. Oh, right, that's not a space. There's unfortunately no way for me to get this thing to do anything useful. There's a lot of steam coming up from the bottom. I guess it doesn't matter, though. That guy's right there, and he's already marked. I'm not getting any new information here. So, okay, at this point, we've searched that whole column. So many are the times when I stop pressing the move forward button and then the move forward, it still happens regardless. Yeah, this is a little annoying. You would think, since we can see all but one of the screens on the map, that this would be no problem. We would just go to all of them and see all of the options, and yeah. Okay, we definitely were on the screen above this. Yeah, that's a tough one. Just walking through those guys is no picnic. Yep, you're marked. Is there something special that must be done to get whatever it is supposed to be to show up? Maybe there's some kind of trickery, chicanery even, that must be involved. Well, I must just be missing it, right? I don't know how that could be, but I must just be missing it. I must be looking right through it, because at this point we have looked at every square on the map many, many times. All right, I have one thought. Let's go down there and try to enter a code. I am wondering if the one that is not accounted for is supposed to just be depicted as being on that tile, the tile that has all the statues, because you know that tile is showing it, whatever it is. If that is the answer, then we might have to do a little bit of guesswork here. All right. So the red one needs to go over here. Yeah. Then blue one is center middle. Orange one is diagonally up and right of that. Purple one, I'm sure that's what that's supposed to be. All the way in the corner. Okay. So my theory basically is that, like, one of them is intended to be marked as being in that room. Okay. Let's reverse it, I guess. And then when that doesn't work, I suppose we will give up briefly, just temporarily. Yeah, I'm missing one of them somewhere in a way that's really frustrating. Okay. I am, in fact, going to go ahead and call it there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We're making good progress. We're getting stuff done. We're picking up new powers. And I think we're probably in position to get stuff done on a couple of the lesser islands now. And we're very close to 30 stars. I definitely want to get 30 stars before we leave here. So come back next time for a little bit of star hunting and then some more wide-ranging exploration. We're going to see some new stuff. It'll be exciting. And we'll see you then.